Son. Sorry. Yeah, my brother's trying to take a nap. All right. And I kind of just woke up. I'm still, as you can tell, my voice is like, whoa, girl. Um, it is an autumn morning, crisp, nice and crispy out here. All right. So, um, this is kind of impromptu, but because of recent news, I think I wanted to come on and at least share my 2 cents or whatever about this. So I titled this "The Gatekeepers Are Using Robots," because I think a lot of regular people have no idea what's going on in the creative spaces when it comes to artificial intelligence, to the point where um, companies are suing these companies and now partnering with them. And what is that going to mean for everyday folks who just want to listen or enjoy uh, art? So, hi, my name is Monica. You can like and subscribe. I'm also Nerd Queen. You can Google me. I'm on the interwebs all over the place. All right, so with that, yeah. Um, okay, let me see how far back do I need to go with this. Um, a lot of people don't realize which certain genres of music that a lot of people are not as creative as they claim to be. Okay. And this is, as you know, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm not trying to judge them or whatever. When they talk about producers and things like that, that's in the realm to me very, very interesting, because when I was giving music lessons to people, I would get people coming to me wanting music. Sorry, I might have to come back in. Life be life, in y'all. All right, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So when I was giving music lessons to people um, for music theory, I would get a lot of like producers, and I say that with like they needed music theory, right? And I'm not knocking that at all. Yes, please get educated, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them have been using these websites where people make beats. Like all of this is kind of, I'm just being honest, y'all. All of this is new to me because I'm a composer. I went to school for music composition and stuff like that. So, yeah, call me old or whatever, but all of this is new. And I want to let people know what's going on through the viewpoint of like a regular person that just, tries to enjoy music. Um, while at the same time, I'm a musician, so I can kind of be like that middle ground for that. So yeah, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of these folks are going to websites and buying beats, and now with AI, they're going to these websites and they are making prompt music. Now, the problem with that is the reason why the music labels are suing them is because they had these AI groups had to use, or they claim to have used, um, music that they had access to, as in not under copyright. Now, the music labels, on the other hand, are saying, no, friend, you took music that was copyrighted and trained your machines on it. And so anything that is made from it is actually from stolen material. So yeah, so it's a big to do. There is a lawsuit. However, in the last few days, I just heard new news on this. So the two big companies that are being sued is UDO and Suno. Okay, those are the AI groups that are being sued for copyright infringement because they are uh, perhaps maybe using copyrighted material. Now, FYI, a lot of these record companies are losing money in general, not because of AI, but in general, right? So they do use suing people and copyright infringement as a source of income. FYI, keep that in mind. All right, so they are in litigation right now. Okay, there's a class action suit against those two companies, AI, and recently, I'm going to go verify my sources and stuff. Recently, though, Udio is now partnering with Universal, one of the record labels. I don't know if this is good news, bad news. This is interesting news because I feel like it's going to get a lot worse. Okay. Now, I don't, again, let me hip everybody up who are not in the industry to what's going on. So now I'm going to jump over to um, Spotify. I'm not a fan of Spotify. Never have been. All right. So Spotify has recently gotten rid of a lot of what they called AI generated music. And so, yes, the Spotify platform has been inundated with a lot of artificial intelligent music, up to the point where there's even AI robot bands out there on that site. And they are there's a lot of piracy going on as well. Piracy as in taking people's things that don't belong to them and claiming it for themselves. Okay, so I think I can go back outside now. All right. So, and that's just with Spotify that's been going on. So it's because Spotify, all Spotify is a space. Okay. They are not in charge of, and they say that in the agreements. They're not in charge of seeing if this is the real person or not. They're just a space. Okay? You can go in there and impersonate anybody. And there has even been like apparently deceased artists coming out with new music. That's how bad it's getting. Okay? So with that information, that isn't yet the other reason why a lot of the record labels are upset, because people are making money off of deceased artists making new music and making money from ripping music from their catalogs and training these AI bots to make new music, but not really. Okay, so that's what's going on in the music world. But it's almost like with certain industries, and it now trickling over into other not industry, I'm sorry, genres. It started off as a common practice to steal from certain genres. And I want to make a video about how hip hop stole from the greatest soul drummer of all times. Because that person, he never got his flowers, as they say. But you know his beat because they stole it from him and never credited him. So I want to do something on that like sometime later. But basically, yeah, the hip hop world, they're notorious for taking things and claiming that they're doing like fair use or sampling for decades now, right? And so I don't, as I recall, like I can't name names because again, I'm not in that industry, not that genre of the music industry, because um, a lot of producers, again, back to a lot of these producers in the hip hop world, they will go and they're okay with taking things that don't belong to them or buying things that somebody else makes and then say that they're a collaborator, this and that. It's a big thing, okay? It's so big I don't even want to think about it because like I said, I make music myself, okay? I don't need a collaborator. I don't want to be a collaborator, anything like that. But what I am concerned about now is how at least one record label is partnering up now with one of the AI companies to make robot music now. Okay? One AI artist recently got signed to a record label. Okay? Now, what does that mean for the rest of us who are like real people? And I'm wearing this on purpose because me and my bandmates went to England this summer and we recorded here. Okay, so what does that mean for the those of us who are still human powered music? We might use AI as a tool, but we're not being replaced. Okay, I can see how AI can be a tool, but I also am now seeing how all of a sudden people are memes where they're having gospel, all kinds of like disgusting things. Like, who's saying that? It's a robot, y'all. It's AI. Okay? Yeah, it's all funny and people are doing it for the clicks and views. Sorry, I'm going to come back in because I think the leaf blower guy is back. So, when it comes to figuring out what are musicians really going to do, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just reporting what I heard recently. I know I'm putting out new music and I'm concerned, but I know there are people who still go out and see performers perform, and going to be performing soon. But this is very worrisome. Like, if a label now is signed to an AI company that makes AI music, they're now going to just pipe out a bunch of AI music and leave humans out of the loop. So I would just say be wary, be careful out there. Okay? With that, I'm going to say take care. See you later. Bye.